Hi friends, in this video we will learn how to create a company and company code. Company and company code form a very integral part of your configuration because all the transactions flow through the company code. These two are very prominent because in fact this forms part of your enterprise structure. What does an enterprise structure really mean? As the name itself states, enterprise structure. Enterprise means your business and it's a structure. Right from the top node till the end, right to the departments. Here, the first step, the first configuration step in SAP for FICO is company, code, and company. So, this being said, let's head towards the configuration. The screen I am right now in is SAP Easy Access. SAP Easy Access is basically end user screen, which I call it so that it is very clear or very precise to you as well. SAP Easy Access is basically the menu where end users roam around for transactions. Yes, you're correct. The menu for end users and consultants is separate. I'll show you. To go to consultants screen or consultants menu, I'll show you how to go there. It is called display IMG. The consultant screen is called display IMG. The full form is display implementation guide. Display IMG. I'll show you that. Now there are two ways you can go inside display IMG or reach display IMG. The first is using a transaction code or the menu, the navigation. I shall show you through the menu part first. First we go to tools, then customizing, IMG, then SPRO execute project. Look, SPRO is a T code and execute project is the name of this transaction. For many of you, when you are practicing on your systems, this is just an additional info I'm providing you. If it applies to you, else ignore this. If you cannot see SPRO here and besides execute project, then there is a setting which you need to enable, which is a seconds job, which takes only few seconds to do that. I'll show you how. Just go to extras, under technical details, sorry, my mistake. Under extras, settings, make sure that this checkbox display technical names is selected or marked. If this is marked, you will see the T codes here. I can show you right away. Let me disable this. The screen is vanished or it gets collapsed. That means it has been refreshed. Here you see, here the T code is gone. Now to bring it back, this is your current position if you cannot see the T code. To bring the T code back, go to extras, settings, click on display technical names and go back. Come back to the same position, you will find here SPRO execute project. And one more thing which I feel annoying is it's a sound, the sound it is making. So I can turn off this clicking sounds from here. Options, under it should be under uh, interaction and design, sound settings, and activate audio feedback. I remove this checkbox, activate audio feedback, and apply. Now you won't hear any sounds. That should be easy for you now. You need not pay the sound. Okay, let's get to display IMG. As soon as I double click this, you're not into display IMG yet. You need to click a button. It is here, SAP reference IMG. Once I click, you will be into display IMG. There you go. As you can see on the top, it's display IMG, and IMG stands for implementation guide. So done with that, let me show you how does it work with a transaction code. Please note that the transaction code for display IMG is SPRO, and transaction codes are not case sensitive. You can use either upper caps or lower caps. It's up to you. And press enter. You reach the same screen and click this icon, the SAP reference IMG, and you're inside. This is a consultant screen. Why do I call it a consultant screen? Is this is not just related to FI. It is related to many modules such as sales and distribution, material management, logistics, environment, health and safety, flexible real estate management, and so on. Every consultant in SAP should come to this screen and do his work. Okay. Now, talking about FICO, you can see here, this is related to our configuration. Financial accounting and financial accounting new. You can ignore financial accounting old because in newer versions, even this node is being removed. Financial accounting new has many more features and many more menus added to your processes. So we'll be taking care of financial accounting new and we'll be using it. Now, heading on to our current topic and today's topic, enterprise structure. Here you are. Now, let's get inside enterprise structure. You cannot just double click here and go inside. You need to click on the arrow mark on your left so that it expands. You click again, it collapses. The basic thing. So now let's head inside. There are a few options inside. Let's go one by one. Localized sample organization units. I never tried this. You can try if you wish to. I haven't tried it in last 4 years. Never used. Definition, yes. Assignment, yes. Consistency check. This is to be executed once you know that all the config is done. System actually checks what if there are any flaws in your configuration, the standard flaws. Now, these are only two topics or two menus we are left with. Definition means that you wish to create something new, and assignment is you wish to assign what you have created. So since we are heading towards creation of company and company code, you must have guessed that we'll be going inside the definition tab. Going inside, you find financial accounting, controlling, logistics, and so on, because company and company code are enterprise structures of FI. Similarly, material management and sales and distribution will have their own enterprise structures. So let's head towards financial accounting. Under financial accounting, there are many components or many elements, but I never spoke to you about other things. I only spoke about company and company code. Now, why? Because company and company code are very basic and basic foundation to start your configurations. Remaining elements or organization units can be configured at later stages as well. For example, business area, segment, profit centers, we'll be taking up this as well. But before that, we'll be taking up company and company code. So let's see what a company is. I've just prepared a few notes for you so that you can just watch. I've prepared it on a Word document. Here you can see, here you have enterprise structure. Today's topics are creation of company, company code, and assignment of company code to company. First, let's talk about a company. What is this? This company is totally different from what you commonly use in your daily life. Generally, we ask, which company are you working in? Here, it doesn't mean this company. Okay. For example, Tata Motors. Tata Motors is actually a company. I'm only taking Tata as an example. There's no such link. Okay. Now, Tata Motors, Tata Food, Tata Consultancy Services. There are many companies, but among them, there is one holding company there or a group company called Tata Group. That is this company. Understand? This is only part of an enterprise structure. No business transactions take place at this level. This is only for the consolidation purposes. Correct? All the business transactions would take place under Tata Motors, not under the group, because Tata Group is only used for reporting purposes. Similarly, a company in SAP is kind of a group company, which is part of an enterprise structure, but no business transactions take place at this level. So I have clearly mentioned no business transactions take place at this level. It is only for consolidation and reporting purposes only. Creation of this company is optional. Correct. You have heard it well. You may ask, sir, why is creation of company optional? Of course, if Tata Motors was supposed to be only organizational unit, why would it require a group? Correct. An individual company can work on its own. Okay. Now, coming back, let's create a company in SAP. Now, there are two icons here, the first and the second. The first one is paper with spectacles. These are notes which SAP tries to explain you what a company is. Okay. Either you can read them or read them out. I suggest you to read them, but I feel that at some moment SAP tries to, you know, dig deep into this very much technical level, but do not go that deep. Read, it should be useful to you anyways. Look, there are many notes everywhere, so go around them, read as much as you can, you will learn more. So now let's go inside. To go inside, you will see a clock and a tick mark. This is called execute button. Here onwards, we will always denote it as an execute button, not a clock and a tick mark. Okay, here, going inside, you will see many company code. You will see many companies here, many entries, approximately 298 entries. Is right, exactly 298 entries. This is a test server. Okay, so many students and many trainees do their experiments on this server. So I'm going to create a company for our purpose here. Now, to create a company or to create anything in SAP, you will have a button here called new entries. In any screen, you will find it. So that's simple. Let's see. New entries. What does it say? Company. This is a 6 digits alphanumeric. Alphanumeric means characters. And it is best suggested not to use special characters, please. For example, I use 1000, or I can use any company, COMBN, or Hewlett Packard, or Intel, or Motorola, Samsung, whatever you wish to use. I can use SAMSUN, Samsung, whatever. Samsung Group. Then under street, PO box, you can have your address or whatever. Since we are in a practice mode, since you are a beginner, you may feel to enter all the details, but it is not really required at the moment. It's up to you. At any city, it is freely editable. Now, very important, please be careful here, not careful, please be advised to have some concentration here. I want you to find the difference between this field and this field. Do you find any difference? here and here. Okay, let me remove this. That should help you. Here, as I click here, I see an icon here on the right. But when I click here, here, or here, I don't see an icon. That means that this field has an attribute that there are certain values that can only be used in this field. Some predefined values. Under city, please hold on. So, yeah, sorry for the disturbance. Here, under the city, that means this is freely definable, right? But on the country, there are some predefined fields here. For example, this. I drop down and I see there are many countries available. For example, here you can see 235 countries in SAP. Of course, there are many ways you can create a country, but let's not go that level. Here, let me choose India, IN, India. Now, you may wonder, what if I add IND? What happens? And press enter. System would immediately send a message saying, show a message saying that IND does not exist. As I told you, that this field can use only the predefined values. Now, the language, the same. I can use English. Then currency. Since I'm taking country as India, let's use currency INR. Clear? Now, I'm done with the information here. Let's save this. To save this information, you will have to click on this diskette on the top in the orange color. Just click, or you can use Control S as a very basic shortcut to save your documents in Windows. I save this. Upon saving, you will be prompted an a TR, actually we call it a transport request or a customizing request. For now, I don't want to confuse you, so it is for your good. Let's create this. Just create as I'm telling you. We'll expedite it later. For example, customizing for Samsung and press enter. I change nothing. I only add the description to differentiate that this is mine, and a random number generates by the system. I'll tell you what this customizing request is used for and press continue. So you see a confirmation in the bottom saying that the data was saved. Congratulations, you have created a company on your own. Now let's get back to some basics. How do you move from one screen to another and on? Basically, here are a few buttons you need to look into. The green one, which shows a left arrow, is basically back, and the yellow is an exit, whereas red is for cancel. As you can see, I'll tell you what this does. Back means as in when you click back, system would take you one step back of the menu. And exit, system will take you to complete exit. That means to your display IMG. And cancel is basically used similar to back, but it is used to cancel a process in the middle. So I'll show you what back does. When you click back, when you hit back, system will not take you back to display IMG. It will take you step by step back. There. One more back and you're out. Understood? If I wanted to use exit, I would have done this. Exit and you're directly to display IMG. Understand the difference? Okay. Now, we have successfully created a company. Now, let's go for creation of company code. Here it is. Edit, copy, delete, check company code. Now, let's go inside. Here there you will see two options: copy, delete, check company code, or edit company code data. Now, as the name suggests, copy, delete, check. Basically, this is used if you already have a company code set up with all the configurations and you wish to copy the same things to your company code as well. Okay, but since we are learning new things here, since we are learning this whole concept of SAP FI, let's start building our company code from the scratch. You can copy, but you would not learn how to create or how to set up a company code unless you create one from the scratch. Okay, so just double click on edit company code data. Here you are. Before creating a company code, again, let me give you a set of introduction, please. Here, a company code. Yes, this is also part of enterprise structure, which I have been telling you since the beginning of this video. All the business transactions take place at this level. Now, in company, when I was talking about company, I told you that no business transactions take place at company level. Okay, that is quite opposite with company code here. Company code transactions take place. Okay, this is a mandatory configuration in the system. Almost all the elements of the configurations are assigned to the company code. Correct. Later on in the future, you will see in our next videos that all the configuration we do will be linked to our company code. Company code is basically a legal entity. Okay, this is basically a legal entity in the eyes of law. This is company code. Company, what you call in your daily routine or life, is basically company code in SAP. Get hang of it. Now let's get back to our SAP screen. Here again, you would have guessed by now, how do I create a company code? Here, new entries. Click on new entries. Now, company code is only 4 digits alphanumeric. Again, alphanumeric means characters, and do not use special characters here, such as symbols, hyphen, at the rate, please. We have faced a prominent issue when one of my clients used a special character here in a company code. He was not able to process any transaction or so because the ledger were not able to find what this company code is. Some sort of bug or a system issue. Do not use special characters, use either alphabets or numbers. Another ethical thing what I need to share with you is basically 95% of the businesses opt for numbers. For example, 1000, 2000, 299, and so on. Because if a company's name is given here, for example, as I used Samsung, this is a company code, careful. If I use Samsung, later on if Samsung, I use here SAMS. Later on if Samsung is being taken over by somebody, some group, or that the name has been changed for the group or the legal entity, what would you do? You cannot change this name again. So it is better you use numeric values. Let me use 9000. If it is not taken, let's see if the 9000 is taken by anybody. If it is taken, I need to change it. I cannot use the same thing. 9000 is taken. I can use 9001. I can use 9001. This is not taken. No. Let it be Samsung Electronics. Did you find the difference between the group and the company code? In the group, I mentioned Samsung group of companies. But here I'm mentioning Samsung Electronics Private Limited. Oh, some spelling mistake, sorry. Electronics Private Limited. Okay? LTD, no, 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 no. System is not allowing. Okay, leave. However, we can add a company's name in the my next screen. There will be a plenty of space. You can add as many characters of your company code as you wish. City, New Delhi again. I'm from New Delhi, so New Delhi. So another very, very important thing here, which you should notice by now, is this. In the currency field. In the currency field, I see a checkbox. You also see that. I don't see that in any of the screens or any of the fields, sorry. This means any field, if you find this checkbox in any field in the entire SAP, this means that this field is mandatory, compulsory to be filled. If you do not fill this, you cannot save this information. Wanna try? Let's see. Let me try to save this. What does it say? Fill in all required entry fields. And the cursor moves to currency. Let me prove it again. Country, as you all know, India, and language English. Let me save this. Sorry, here. What does it say? Fill in all required entry field. That means this currency was mandatory because of this checkbox. Okay. Hope you understood and hope you learned. Now, after entering country, currency, and language, I press enter to validate the data. Now, as soon as I press enter, system gives me another dialog box with a lot of information to fill. However, it is not mandatory you fill the whole information. Title, company. As I told you, you can enter large number of data here. Samsung Electronics Private Limited. Or you have another field here to fill up. Okay. Now, another field which is mandatory here I see is country. Correct? It's mandatory with a checkbox. So country. Other fields, if you feel right, you can fill them. Else, I'm not filling them. I'm moving on to my next topic. Okay. After you're done with this screen, with this session or with this window, just click on copy or tick mark. There you are. This thing pops up again. Remember, I created customizing for Samsung. It shows me again. I say yes. This is my transport request. Data was saved. So I created a company code, and now I need to assign both of them. Because when creating company code, there was nowhere mentioned that I'm creating a company code for so and so company. So let's assign them. Here, go back here. Remember the assignment tab, assignment column here under the definition. I go inside assignment, I go inside financial accounting, and then the first one, assign company code to a company. Now, let's go inside. Now, it can be a hard time searching for a company code, just scrolling. Correct, we need to have a search function here. Let's see. This position button on the bottom helps you search for your company code. Just click on position and company code 9001. There you are. This is my company code 9001. Here, Samsung Electronics Private Limited, New Delhi, and my company is SAMSUN. Correct? So either you can take it from the drop down or type in here manually and save. So now company code and company are linked. Now, For the proof of concept, let me share another thing with you, that a company can be linked to n number of company codes. What is a company? Company is basically a group of company. It may have many legal entities under it. So a company can have n number of company codes, but a company code can only be linked to one company. A company code can only be linked to one company. So this is it. I've created a company code, I've created a company and assigned them both. Now, a very important information. This is a very generic information I'm going to share with you. We came through paths here, through the navigation, clicking on each and every icon, and then, there is also a shortcut or a transaction code to reach out to company, reach out to company code, and reach out to your assignment. Let me show you how do you know what T code it is. To see define company's T code, you'll have to go to additional information on the top, additional information again, display key, and IMG activity. I hope you have noted this. Additional information, display key, and IMG activity. Just hold on, it's loading up. Now, this is an additional information I see on the right of each transaction. So, was the T code for defined company? No, not the whole. This is for your information that the last 4 digits of the transaction are your T codes. 99% of the cases, this is a fact. So the T code for defined company is OX15. So let me go to OX15 now. Leaving the screen here, as you know that you can have multitasking in Windows. Similarly, you can have multitasking in SAP. For example, if I open this session, I can open a new session, afresh, by clicking this icon, create new session, or Control N. Control N can be used to create a new session. So you see, a new session is created here and I can enter a new T code. So to remind you, T code for company is OX15. Let's go. OX15. There you are. Let's find our company which we created. Look, this is the company we created. Remember? New Delhi. Similarly, when you go back here, the T code for company code is OX02. OX02. Look, you are at a company code. Now, next, T code for assignment of company code is OX16. OX16. There you go. This is where we assigned our company code to a company. So I hope you understood what this transaction codes and navigation is. Many students ask me whether, sir, how do I go? Either navigation or a transaction code. Since you're at a beginner level for now, please prefer the navigation because this would help you explore more areas and gain more knowledge. If you use only T codes, you would be going only inside a specific transaction. You wouldn't know what is there besides those T codes. So prefer using navigation paths in the beginning. Later on at an intermediate level, you can start using the transaction codes for faster processing. So for today, we have covered our topic, creation of company and company code. I believe that after this session, you should be able to create a company and company code on your own. And that's it for now for this topic. We shall continue our next topics in a new video. Thank you.